You are listening to the Manifested Sis podcast, a safe space for women of color to explore all things manifesting, wellness, self-care, and personal development. You are always manifesting, and now you can do it intentionally and consciously to create the life of your dreams. Each episode gives you actionable tips and strategies from the spiritual to the practical that will help you get from where you are to exactly where you want to be with grace and ease. Thanks for tuning in. Here's your host, intuitive life coach, Dani Faust.
Welcome back to Manifested Sis. I'm your host, Dani Faust. Thank you so much for tuning in. Grateful to have you back listening once again. Thank you to everyone who is rating and reviewing on iTunes. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm new to this podcasting game, y'all. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here listening today. So today's episode is Facebook Live. I'm going live often now on my Facebook page. It's Coach Dani Faust if you want to come hang out with me over there. But I'm going to be repurposing those episodes here as well, audio only, for those of you who don't want to look at my face while I give you these manifesting tips and tricks. So just know that you're going to be getting a few more solo episodes with really direct manifesting tips. But please forgive the audio because they were from Facebook Live. So if it sounds a little different than usual, that is why. Okay? So this episode is brought to you by me. Surprise, right? My one-on-one coaching is the sponsor for this and every other episode. And if you want to join me for one-on-one manifesting coaching, holla at your girl, hop in my DMs, shoot me an email, somehow make your way to my world, and let's do this. My coaching is a delicious little blend of magic and mindset and manifesting and motivation and a hell of a lot of practicality thrown in. I am a Virgo after all. We got to keep it practical as well as woo. So hop on over to okdani.com and click on work with me to learn more. Or hop in my DMs and we can schedule a chemistry call and see if we are a perfect fit. If you're listening to this, we are probably a perfect fit. So holla at your girl and let's get cracking. All right, so we're going to hop on into this episode. And again, it's a Facebook Live, so be gentle with me about the audio, y'all. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Live. Hi, friends. It's me, Dani from okdani.com. I am a life coach that specializes in manifesting, and I'm also a metaphysical practitioner, which means I do intuitive readings, I do energy work like Reiki and other energy clearing healing modalities. So I'm talking today about how to manifest big desires. Most of the time when I talk to people who feel stuck manifesting, it's not the little things that they're focused on or having major issues with. They're thinking about their huge goal, the big, lofty, in the future type thing, the house, the marriage, the spouse, the kids, the dream job that's like steps away, bigger things. And I know big is relative to everybody, and what's big to some isn't big to others, but for this video, just whatever feels like a big, huge dream goal for you, that's what we're talking about here. Okay? So I took notes again. I wrote down notes of what I wanted to say so I don't forget anything. And I'm still probably going to forget something. But we're in this together, right? So step one with manifesting your big desires is to see it clearly. And seeing it clearly is really just the first step when you're trying to manifest anything, big or small. It's having a really clear vision. So you have to do what it takes for you to see it clearly. And that can be, if you're a very visual person, that can be thinking it through, imagining yourself having whatever it is. I can do that. I love that. However, I like to write. I will write the hell out of a description of what I want, describing it every which way, describing scenarios of me having it. I love doing that in my journal. So if you're a writer or you love to journal, write it all out in as much detail as feels good for you. Remember, for all of these tips that I give, you have to do it to the amount that feels good for you. Once it feels like a chore versus an exciting activity, then we're out of alignment. We're in the wrong energy, and we're doing ourselves a disservice. So as long as it feels good and abundant and like, ooh, it's so exciting to write this down or daydream about what I want, whatever big thing it is, as long as it feels good, keep doing it. So you want to see it clearly. And this can be a daily practice for you. This can be a weekly practice for you. You're going to go with what feels good for you. For me, it feels good to think about it every day. I don't necessarily write it all out every single day. I might read over a past journal entry where I described my really big goals that I want to manifest. And sometimes I'll just write a little quick note to myself or just daydream a bit. You can also do a vision board if you're a vision board type of person and just take a minute to look at it and feel the feelings of having that humongous goal attained. Okay? So when we're doing that, we're kind of focusing in the future because we don't yet have it, right? So while we're doing that, we still have to remember to be in the now. And what I mean by that is you still have to do little things to get to that big goal. How should I say this? So yeah, you have to do daily actions to get to that big goal. And some of those actions are going to be tangible steps, and some of them are going to be energetic. So keeping yourself in a feeling state of already having what you want. Metaphysical side of things, quantum physics side of things, once you decide that you want something, it's already yours. And now your job, it's not a job, it's fun. Your duty is to resonate with it and bring yourself to the same resonance so that it manifests in this reality, right? So the little action steps that you take each day, energetically and physically, get you there faster. So being in the now while still having a grand vision of what it is that you want, that big goal, requires you to know who you are when you have that goal. What do you mean by that? What I mean is the version of you that you have to transform into to have what it is you want. For example, right now you are living in an apartment and you want your dream house, and so little actions that you are doing each day can be saving a little bit of money for the down payment, looking at houses in the area you want to move. Those are little tiny actions that you can do each day. But you have to now take your vision and not just have the vision on the home itself, but who you are in it. So who do you have to be that homeowner of the dream house? Are you still working at the same job, or do you have a better one that has a larger salary? Are you still cleaning your own home, or does someone come in once a week and clean it for you because it's so massive now? Is it in the same area? What do you do when you're going to work? Do you make your coffee at home, or do you stop at Starbucks on the way to the office? All of these things. So you can go through your day of your current day now and then just kind of mash it up to the current day of who you are when you have the thing you want. So I call this you 2.0. So this is the version of you that has all the stuff you want, not just the big house, right? So does she wake up, or he or she, no, it's probably women watching me. Hi, girls. Does she wake up and work out, or does she meditate, or does she get on the phone and, look at her client calls or client emails for the day? Does she have a big, heavy breakfast, or does she just have a smoothie, right? Think of all the things that your ideal self, your future you, although I really don't like using future you because everything is now, what's time anyway, right? So when I say future you, I just mean your you 2.0, the next level you, but next level now you. So you have to get really clear on the version of you that has the big thing that you want. And in being in the now with that, you have to look at all the things that you can do now to already be her. So you're living in the apartment. We're going back to the apartment example. You're living in the apartment and you still want this house, but when you think about your you 2.0, she doesn't grab a bagel and cream cheese from Starbucks on the way to work. She wakes up a little bit earlier and makes herself a smoothie bowl and stretches out in the morning. That's something that you can do now and start becoming her before you live in that beautiful house. The house is not required for you to be that part of her. So now your job is to do all the things that you can do each day to be her. And that helps to bring the energy of the big desire to you faster. Are you with me? I'm seeing 0 comments here, so I'm hoping that you guys are with me. I'm going to keep going. So you're getting in the energy of you 2.0, the version of you that has what you want, and that's going to help you magnetize the things that you want faster. It'll first magnetize all the smaller little things that you are working on manifesting to you, and it's still going to be working on bringing the bigger things to you as well. So the next tip, it's kind of the last-ish tip, is a 2-parter. One is that even though the desire is big and maybe large in comparison with the things that you have already manifested, you still can't view it as like this big, huge, magical thing. You still have to view it like any other item that you're manifesting. So think about things that you've previously manifested in the past to kind of build your confidence around it and view it as something equal. When you view your desires as something really big and amazing and oh boy, it'd be so great if I had that, it puts it on a pedestal, and then it creates a separation between you and it creates a separation in general, but then it makes you subconsciously less than the desire. So it's all the way up there, the beautiful house, and I'm just here in my little apartment, wah, wah. So you don't want that separation energy. You want it to be, I like to call it of course energy. You want it to be very natural, like, of course I'm getting that house. Of course whatever it is that you want is coming for you. And the way to stay in of course energy, well, you can journal around it. I love journaling my of course. Of course I'm gonna get that Range Rover or whatever it is. But another thing to do is look for past examples of you getting what you want with ease. That is confirmation bias. Listen, if you've ever heard me speak in any session or any video I've ever done, I always talk to you guys about confirmation bias. It's basically letting your little brain work hard for you to make you right. Confirmation bias is, I don't know, it's from Psych 101, wherein your brain is gonna make you right, no matter what you're saying. So if you're saying, I'm a loser, I never get what I want, your brain is gonna be like, bet, I got you, fam. And it's gonna go find all these examples of times where you lost, where someone dumped you, when someone called you mean, where you didn't win, where you didn't get what you want. It's gonna find all these examples and be like, see, you're right, you're a loser. Let's use confirmation bias, let's use our brains to our benefit and believe and start saying things like, oh, of course I'm gonna get this car, I always get what I want. Oh, you always get what you want? Bet. Let's find that proof. And then your brain will go looking for, from when you were a kid and you won the soccer game, and when you got a promotion at work, or you got a compliment from whoever. Like, your brain's going to look for all that winning ass energy to prove to you that you are a winner, a dope, get what you want kind of person. And that's the kind of energy you want to be in, for that of course energy, to keep those big desires, keeps you like calm-headed about those big desires, so you're not like a raging thirsty chick, right? I know you feel me. So yeah, that's actually my last tip. It was kind of a twofer, the being in of course energy and not viewing the goal as huge, even if it's something that you've wanted for all your life. And I know that there's certain things that are kind of societally the large desires, the life goal type desires. And if you have those, I want you to try and put a different energy around them. I want you to try and make it just like manifesting a cup of coffee, which is just easy. Just or go to the kitchen and do your coffee. It's the same kind of, get the house, get the spouse, get the whatever the hell. Okay? So keep a kind of an of course energy around it. So just to recap, see it clearly, make your vision really clear, get into the now, meaning bring the version of you that has it into the now. So that means getting clear on the version of you that has what you want, and then seeing what you can do today to start being her. And it can be very small things, you guys. As the example, just, changing the breakfast or changing the time you wake up. Like if you're trying to be a CEO of some Fortune 500 company, but you're waking up at 11 every day and like dragging out of bed, job hunting, That's not incongruence. That's two different energies altogether. That's two different energies altogether, right? So who is the you that has that CEO position? Okay, so that you wakes up at 6 a.m. and immediately reads over her goals and has a cup of coffee and heads to the gym or whatever. All those things don't require you to be a CEO in order to do them. So start doing those things now. Start being the version of you that's that CEO of the Fortune 500 company now. And then, yeah, take the steps. Be in, of course, energy. Don't view it as huge. Those are the tips. I hope this was useful for you. Thank you. Again, my name is Dani from okdani.com. If you want to do any coaching work with me, visit okdani.com, click on work with me. If you are looking for a reading or an energy clearing to kind of help you be able to embody that, of course, energy and that next level you 2.0 energy, call a sister. I will hook you up. You can click on work with me on okdani.com as well for that. Come over to Instagram and hang out with me there. I am at the Dani Faust on Instagram. And if you're interested in a community where we talk about manifesting stuff and self-care and just life improvement at large, come join my community on Facebook. It's called the Lifestyle Redesign Lounge. I'll put the link in wherever the link opportunity is on this platform. And yeah, come hang out with us. And that's it. That's all I got for you today. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, bye.